training, Scott, has really opened eyes up to everybody out there.
Absolutely. Sunday he puts together another big start for the A's, and he's fighting for that 5th spot in the rotation. He goes 5.1 innings, and I think that was his second win of the season, or excuse me, for spring training. Put him at 2-0 for spring training with a .60 ERA. .60. So for baseball, for people who may not know what that means from a baseball perspective, means a kid can pitch. And so on the year, 15 innings, 1 earned run, 7 hits, 4 walks, which is what you like to see from him, and 8 strikeouts. So I think I saw at some point they said of his 17 outs, 12 of the 17 were ground balls. And so, I mean, that's exactly what you're looking for somebody that can provide added depth. We've talked about what a great college career he had with Mississippi State. And the thing that if you read what they're saying about Kendall is not only his skill set there, but the way he's handled himself professionally. He talked about, only being somewhere 2 months at a time, hadn't really given a chance to really get acclimated to a system, but he's getting acclimated with the A's. Come to find out he had a nice little time last night. He's getting to hang out with some people that, from a superstar standpoint, that's what you look forward to. So we're really excited for him, and hopefully if we don't get him from 6 to 7, maybe from 7 to 9, there's a beat writer from the Oakland area who wrote a nice article on Kendall, so hopefully we'll be able to catch up with him.
Yeah, hopefully we'll catch up with him. And again, congratulations to him if he's out there. I know he's not listening. He's got plenty else going on, but a lot of his family members still living in this community. His brother, one of our avid listeners here on this program and a good friend of all of ours. So, again, congratulations. We'll follow him. We'll follow a lot of the kids that have moved on that are playing college baseball, college softball. That's already started, and we'll try to update you as the season progresses on how their teams are doing out there. If you've got kids or you've got family members that have moved on that are playing in college sports, then we'd love to hear from you. Give us their updates, pass them along to us, and we'll pass them along out there. Our high school ranks really playing well. Saw the record for Benjamin Russell High School's baseball team. They're 13-7. The soccer team picked up a big victory last night. 7-0, I believe, was the score against Oxford in a big area match. And that team is currently ranked 2nd in the state of Alabama. The girls are playing pretty strong right now as well, really picking up theirs. And we'll start there with the soccer program. This is a program that it's getting old. I've said it too many times now. So now we just got a good program, both girls and boys. And I think it's got a long duration to be held here in the Alexander City community in the Lake Martin area. So talk about it a little bit. I know that you're intertwined with that a little more than I am. Yeah, the soccer team, as you said, ranked number 2 in the state. They defeated Oxford in their second area game of the season, and 7-0, as you said. And this was my first opportunity to get a chance to watch them, and they're just so fluid. And not that Oxford wasn't a good team, but they really took care of business. And I like what they're going to be able to do. And you talk about the sustained success that this program can have, and you're looking at the main contributors outside of Scott Sturgeon. Well, there's 2 or 3 guys that are seniors that are main contributors, but outside of that, you're looking at guys from freshmen up, from Eddie up to a sophomore and Cole, and then you have Grant Hudson. So 3 of your best players are freshmen or underclassmen. So that lets you know where they're going, and they're beating some quality competition. So moving up to 6A hasn't been that difficult of a time. And then moving on the girls' side, that while they may not have the same high ranking, they have faced some very, very quality competition in their area. Their area is a little stronger than what the boys is on that side, but they're putting together opportunity too to make a push for a playoff run. Make sure to call in on us, 256-234-6221. Give us an update on athletics and activities that are going on in the local region. If you've got kids that are performing, about to start their first teams, as you'll see many of these out here tonight with us, we want to have you on this program. So you make sure to contact us. Find us on all of our social media outlets. A great place for you to interact with us as well. There, you can send us questions. If you've got people you'd like for us to reach out to, like we will with the beat writer for the Oakland Athletics tonight, to catch up on how Kendall Graveman's doing, pass that along to us also, and we'll definitely reach out. We'll have a busy program on Sports Blitz Live tonight from 7 to 9. Luke Robinson and I will host that one. That one's on Charter Channel 3 here in the local area, Channel 80 statewide on the Alabama Cable Network, and 97.5 Kowaliga Country. We'll have Brian Passingcone, who is the color commentator for Alabama basketball. They're in the search for a basketball coach to kind of jump up to what Bruce Pearl has not necessarily been able to do on the court so far. He had a nice little SEC run, but I guess the buzz around the program for Auburn's at a high point for a long, long period. So Alabama looking to counter that, and I expect them to. I can fill you in on what I saw in the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Basketball Classic, and Alabama's really got some premier athletes coming to their program next year. We'll pass that along on Sports Blitz Live tonight. Scott, I'm going to go ahead and step aside. We've got 2 great teams that are coming up. I'll come down here and introduce a lot of the kids as we close out with it, but we'll start with Justin Peters. He's got his Marlins team out here, and we'll catch up with Justin, see the activities that they've got going on, when opening day will be, and pass that along as we got a ton of kids competing not only in T-ball, baseball, but in softball here in the local region.
Yeah, and a quick programming note, Chris Brown will be called into about 6:30. We'll have an opportunity to talk with him regarding the open day celebration this weekend.
Yeah, great to hear from Chris. Chris does a great job not only with the local area athletics, but with our sports foundation as well. He and his wife, Kylie, have been integral parts in that for a long, long time. We really appreciate their support here in the Lake Martin community. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll welcome Justin Peters and his Marlins team up. More of the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup right after this.
Time is taken away on Skeeter rebates and Yamaha 2 extra years of warranty. Bugs Island on Highway 77 Southside is now showcasing Skeeter bass boats powered by Yamaha. Skeeter rebates up to $3,000.
Coming back to you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup Show, live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill in beautiful downtown Alexander City. We just had a nice opening segment there, breaking down a little bit about what Kendall Graven has been doing, and now what we'll do is have an opportunity to talk about where he started from, and that's the Little League program. We'll introduce Justin Peters, the Marlins coach for the 3- and 4-year-old T-ball team. Justin, thanks for joining Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, and so we'll start with, just how has it been so far, the preparation getting, and I know the main thing at this age is just instilling the fundamentals. So how is the preparation going so far?
Really, only so much you can do in practices when they're this small, but really just the biggest problem we're having is hitting the ball and running to first base. We're really having to practice that, but they show up and play hard, and they act like they're having fun. So I guess they're having fun.
And yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And just seeing them out there trying is that's fun for me and Coach Tyler and everything. We just enjoy seeing them have fun. That's so.
Well, we'll bring in assistant coach Tyler Scott, and Tyler, I ask you the same thing. You know, you're talking about the excitement that the kids are bringing, and this young of age, introduce them to the sport. How rewarding is it to be able to see these kids have a good time out there?
Oh, it's nice. You know, I like to see them just have fun. You know, learn the fundamentals of the game, and well, you know, hope they carry it on into older ages. You know, play a little.
Yeah, and I'll ask,
as they get older. So
I ask both of you this question: what actually drew you to being able to be a coach? I know that's something that's a commitment that not everybody can take on. What drew you to it?
Well, I've got 2 boys, and I got 1-8 playing baseball, and Michael here, he's 4. He's always wanted to play, and I figured if we're ever going to play, you know, might as well jump in and be coach and be involved. So.
Yeah, and I see one of my former coaches, Coach Lee Foshi, out there, and I think about how the impact that such at a young age, even a little league coach can have on you. So can you talk a little bit about that, the impact that not only you're having on the kids, but they're having on you too?
Well, it's really a blessing to me to be able to work with kids, especially this age. You know that they don't. It's the first time a lot of them, at least, have ever played any type of sport, you know, an organized type sport like this. I've coached a couple of other times, some soccer and stuff, and but I played little league baseball coming up a little bit, and it's fun to. And it's just fun to get out there with them and to teach them and show them just even the basics and things like that. So I don't know how much we're teaching them, but we're at least trying to show them the basics and get them ready. So you know, one of these days, some of them will still be playing at 10, 11 years old, and you know, I just hope something that me and Coach Tyler can do to keep them interested in it. You know, we may not be the best to teach them, but if we can keep them interested in it to keep playing, then I feel like we've done something good.
How crucial is the parent support, especially for a young age like this? How crucial is it as a coach to have great coaching support from your parents?
Oh man, it's we got to have that support. You know, for the parents to get them to practice, get them to games. You know, everybody's got their own schedule. You know, you got to work and you got things outside of work you got to take care of, but to be able to keep that commitment and to have your kids there to every practice and every game, and even if practice runs a little longer than expected, it's good to have that support, to know that you got people behind you and helping you out. And we even have some, other than Coach Tyler, we have some of the other parents who jump right in there at practice. And I mean, when you got 10 4-year-olds, it gets rough sometimes. It's hard to keep them together. So we've had to get some of the other parents involved and help us out. But it's a lot of fun. I think they enjoy it as much as we do, and I think the kids are enjoying that too. So it's definitely exciting.
Well, speaking of keeping it together, it looks like the Marlins are getting a little antsy. So what we'll do is let Coach Tyler Scott introduce the team. If Randy can help him, get them going for me.
Come here, bud. Look right here. Look right here at the TV. Can you tell them what your name is?
My name is Jada Lewis Vance.
How old are you?
3.
3?
When's your birthday?
I'm May 3rd.
May 3rd. All right, bud.
Thank you.
Look right here at the camera. Turn around. Can you tell them your name?
Kaylin.
And how old are you?
4.
4? When's your birthday?
Yeah,
That's okay.
He knew his age, so we're good enough there. She knew her age.
Come here, AJ. Look right here at the camera. What's your name, bud?
AJ.
AJ, how old are you?
4.
4? Do you know when your birthday is?
Oh, it's October the 24th.
Awesome. Thank you, bud.
That's great.
Come on. Can you tell everybody what your name is?
No.
Nas. How old are you?
3.
3? Do you know when your birthday is, bud?
Yeah.
When is it?
7. 7.
That was close.
It's okay, bud.
Yeah. Good job. I think we have a couple of more.
Come here. Let's turn around and look at the camera. Can you tell everybody what your name is?
Savannah.
Savannah. How old are you?
4.
4. Do you know when your birthday is? You don't? It's okay. Thank you. Come here, bud. Turn around and look at the camera. What's your name?
Michael.
And how old are you?
4.
4. Do you know when your birthday is? It's okay. Come here. Look, turn around and look at the camera. Can you tell everybody your name? What's your name?
Sarah.
Huh?
T.
Can you talk a little bit louder?
Kevin.
How old are you?
2.
When's your birthday?
October. It was.
That's great.
Thank you.
Dylan. I think we have one more.
Come here. Come here. Let's turn around and look at the camera up there. Can you tell everybody your name?
Yeah.
And what is it?
Allie.
And how old are you?
3.
Do you know when your birthday is?
Yeah.
When is it?
10.
That seems
Thank
to be
you.
a popular answer. We appreciate that, Coach Tyler. And so, again, that is your 3 and 4-year-old Marlin team, the Elliott City Parks and Rec. What we'll do is go ahead and take a break, and when we return, we'll wrap up things with you guys. More of the Lake March Sports Roundup show, live on location from JR Sports Bar and Grill, right after this.
I want to know if my baby sees well. What should my preschool
come back to y'all in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back into the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup. Randy Lee alongside Scott Hardy now. That was a lot of fun, Scott. We got one more team that will be coming up here with us. And, again, to all of you out there, if you want your team, if you want your kids to make sure that they're coming out and being a part of this program, that's what this is. And we couldn't do it without JR Sports Bar and Grill. So for those of you that are looking for a great place to bring your kids out in uniform and eat, they can eat off the kids menu here at JR Sports Bar and Grill all season long. Could be a practice uniform, could be a game uniform for $3.99. You just can't beat it. Impossible to go out there and find a good meal for that type of money, and JR is just a great atmosphere for our kids here in this community.
Absolutely great atmosphere, and as I always talk about it, I think I sweat JR's. I eat it so much, but it's just that good. But again, a great location to have any type of sporting event, and as you said, they always make sure that they do a great job for all of the youth league programs as well as all of the sports programs in the community. The
best place to find us, though, as we mentioned on the previous segment, is our social media accounts. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook. Our website is sportsblitzlive.com. That's sports with a Z. So find us there, pass along some information to us as well. If you're looking for archived programs, if you're looking for archive shows, if you are here in the crowd and you want to go back and you want to be able to watch those things, you can find those as well on our website. You can also find those you can find links to it on all of our social media outlets. So make sure to go there and find those as well. Scott, I'm going to go ahead and take another quick break. We got another team coming up here with us to be a part of the program tonight. And then Matthew Anderson will actually close out the program with you tonight, talking about this great soccer team that we've got here in the Lake Martin region at Benjamin Russell High School, the number 2 team in Class 6A, really turning heads. They've been turning heads for a good decade now, so I wouldn't say it's just this year. This is one of the better programs in the state of Alabama, and I really like the classification change. I think it'll help us this year, and maybe y'all can talk a bit about that for those of us that don't really know the difference that we'll see once playoff time comes along, but we're really looking forward to it. More of the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup right after this.
When a loved one passes on, there's some.
Come back to you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back into the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup Show, live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill, and we want to welcome up another team after having a great segment there with Coach Justin Peters of the Marlins will welcome in now Jade Snyder of the 3- and 4-year-old Yankees. Jade, thanks for joining the show.
Hey, I appreciate it.
We'll start the same way I kind of asked them. At this age, it's really not about what they're able to do talent-wise, but more so just instilling the fundamentals. So what's it been like on your end on the preparation and getting them ready?
Man, it's been a fun experience. The kids, they like to have fun, and I think me and Jerry, assistant coach, we kind of came into this with the goal that if we can get them to hit the ball and run to first base, we're doing good. A lot of them want to hit it and chase after the ball, and they want to go get their own ball, and it's fun to say the least.
Well, yeah, and with this, 3- and 4-year-olds, you got a young group there, so I know that keeping the attention level there is kind of hard. So how do you keep everybody organized, or can you keep it organized? I know it's probably organized chaos.
Well, right now, as far as field and stuff goes, we kind of just put them out there and, just let them run around, try to get the ball, and we ain't trying to force no plays on them, but the ones that are batting, they're having the most fun, and that's what they want to do. They want to hit. So you can usually keep their attention for a little bit, but we just try to limit practices to about 45 minutes, hour, and that's about all you're going to get out of them.
Yeah, well, we'll ask Jerry this question. What is it like to be able to coach with these guys? Because I know, and guys and girls, rather, with this young age group, as I said, it's kind of hard to get them to really catch on to what you're doing, but however, you're teaching them the fundamentals. So what have you learned from this process?
We just want them to have a good time, and that's the main thing. Just make sure that everybody's having a good time out there, and we want to teach them the basics, of course, and just try to keep them in order the best we can.
Well, what's been the most rewarding experience so far? I know the season hasn't started, but I'm sure there's been some funny memories so far coming into the season.
Just to see them get real excited and running the bases and stuff, and when they get that good hit, that when they're swinging, they can't get it down, and all of a sudden they get that good hit, they get all excited, and it's just fun to see.
Well, I asked you too the same thing I asked the previous team. What drew you to coaching? Because it takes a certain type of person to be able to deal with this, especially at such a young age.
Well, for myself, my parents were always a big part of my life, in Dixie youth baseball and all, and I played from the time I was their age all the way up through high school. So I guess just having that good parenting as I was coming up, that was always there and at the ball fields, and making sure I was learning the game and having a good time at it. So.
Same thing for you.
Yeah. Well, I had a little bit different upbringing than that, but I just always said when I had kids, I'd be as involved as possible. So, my son's playing, and I hope this is something that he'll enjoy and want me to keep doing, and as long as he wants me to be involved, I'll be involved.
Absolutely. So what we'll do right now, Jerry, is give you an opportunity to bring up your 3- and 4-year-old Yankee team. Just ask them their name and whatever other information you can get out of them.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Come on up here. All right. You want to tell everybody what your name is?
Mom.
Look toward the camera if you can.
And how old are you?
4.
How old are you? 3.
3.
Are you having fun playing this year?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir. Yeah, come on. Can you tell everybody what your name is?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Bryson.
Bryson. How old are you?
Bryson Tate.
How old are you?
3.
Are you having fun playing T-ball?
Uh-huh.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right.
You look
Good
sharp
deal.
tonight. Oh, sorry. All right. Can you tell everybody what your name is?
I'm Sawyer.
You're Sawyer. How old are you?
3.
Okay. Are you having fun playing T-ball this year? You say yes?
Yes.
All right. Good job, bud. All right. Can you tell everybody what your name is?
My name is Elijah.
And how old are you?
3.
Are you having fun playing T-ball this year?
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job there.
All right. Can you tell everybody your name?
Naja.
Say it again.
Naja.
And how old are you, Nasia?
3.
3. Are you having fun playing T-ball this year?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Have a few more of the Yankees.
What's up, man? Give me 5. Can you tell everybody your name?
Wyatt.
Wyatt. How old are you, Wyatt? 3. Are you having fun playing t-ball this year? Can you say yes?
Yes.
All right. Good job. Thank you. All right. Good job. JJ. Can you tell everybody your name?
Sure.
JJ. How old are you, JJ?
2.
Huh?
2.
3. Are you having fun playing t-ball this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good job, bud. Thank you. All right. Hey, Mr. Gray. Give me 5. Can you tell everybody your name? What's your name?
Gray.
Gray. How old are you?
Gray half cock.
Huh?
Gray half cock.
Gray Hathcock. How old are you?
2.
2. Okay. Are you having fun playing t-ball? Yes, sir. All right. Good job, bud. Thank y'all. Good job.
One more.
All right, man. Give me 5. Can you tell everybody your name?
McCoy.
McCoy. How old are you?
3.
3. Are you having fun playing t-ball this year?
Yes.
Yes, sir. All right. Good job, bud.
Good job. Well, that was your 3 and 4-year-old T-ball Yankees, and we appreciate you guys coming up, and good luck this season. That was Jade Snyder and Jerry Thornton of the 3 and 4 Yankees. We'll go ahead and take another break, and when we return, we'll have a member of the BRHS soccer team to join us. More of the Lake March Sports Roundup show right after this.
2, 1.
Welcome back into the Late Morning Sports Roundup Show, presented to you by JR Sports Bar and Grill, each and every Tuesday evening from 6 to 7. 256-329-2328 is the number to dial in for them, and they'll take care of any of your delivery needs, as well as being able to come pick up or pick up. Right now, we want to welcome in Matthew Anderson of the number 2 ranked Benjamin Russell Wildcats, who had an impressive 7-0 victory against Oxford last night in area play. So, Matthew, thanks for joining the show.
No problem.
Yeah, so we'll jump into that. Can you talk a little bit about last night's game, especially an area game? You want to set the tempo early, and that's exactly what you guys did, indicative of the 7-0 score.
Yeah, Oxford's one of the 2 other teams in our area. We have Pell City. Our first area game with Pell City, we won 10-0, and winning against Oxford last night 7-0 is great. It puts us in the driver's seat for the area, and you always want to score a lot of goals because if anything weird happens, you might lose one. It comes down to goal differential if you have the same record as another area team.
Yeah, so can you talk a little bit about the area? I know you guys, as you said, defeated Pell City 10-0 and now 7-0. So off those 2 games, it would look like the area may not be that strong. And I know Coach Steele probably didn't want you to say it like that. But can you talk a little bit about the other teams in the area?
Yeah, for the past 2 years, we haven't had a great area. I feel like this one's a little tougher with the whole realignment and class system that AHSA put out, which we don't always like, but we do like it. It helps you get into playoffs, but it's not great preparation for the playoffs. So we usually try to schedule a lot of big teams, tough teams in our exhibition games for the season to get us ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, and I know earlier in the season you did have a big tournament victory there, and then the following weekend didn't really get the same results that you would have liked. But talk a little bit about, too, having those games to supplement the fact that your area isn't that strong. You scheduling those tougher teams in tournament play.
Yeah, first tournament, Southern Shootout. I don't think we've ever won it. We've been going down there forever. We always like to go to that tournament. A lot of tough teams. We have Birmingham teams, Northern Alabama teams, and a lot of Bay Area teams. And those are the 3 big areas in high school soccer in Alabama. And if you can go down there and win it, especially being in the second division of it like us, that's a tough division. That's something that you always want to do, especially at the very beginning of the season with few practices and no games under your belt. So we like to think that can kind of compensate.
Absolutely. Well, we're here with Matthew Anderson, as I said, the number 2 ranked Benjamin Russell Wildcats soccer team. And how has that played into it? I know you don't really want to look at the rankings, but is there any added pressure being ranked so high?
There's a lot because, we have the same records as a lot of other teams, but we just happen to be lucky enough to get that number 2 spot behind Fort Payne, the only undefeated team right now in 6A. And the number 2 ranking, it's the last thing on our minds right now. We don't want to worry about it because we know a lot of teams are going to be out to get us now that they see that. Might not think we deserve it. I don't know if we do. I think we do, but you never know.
Well, you're in year 2 of the tier regime, the new tier regime, rather. And so can you tell the difference in, I guess, his comfortability with you guys and then vice versa from year 1 to year 2?
Yeah, it took a lot of adjusting from, his first year coming in. Obviously, it's new. He's never coached anywhere before. Also, there's honestly, as far as a coach and teacher standpoint goes, there's not much of an age difference. But I think that's almost helped us build a sort of chemistry with him. And, he's a player that he played at BRHS. He went all the way to the state final. He's been there. He knows the process. And I think that's also been a huge help. He knows what to do.
Yeah, and you talk about the age difference there not being that far, and you say that's helping. So what's that dynamic like, having a coach that, is your age and makes it seem like it'd be a little easier to relate to?
That's exactly right. Just easier to talk to, knows about our lives. We know about his, everything. He just understands more, I guess.
Yeah, and again, 7-0 and 10-0 in area play, and a lot of your games have been like that, especially over the last 2 seasons. But this year seems to be a little more defensive minded as a scheme. I know you guys have changed up a little bit what your sets are going to be, but can you talk a little bit about what is the strongest part of this year's team and maybe something or weakness that you guys could work on?
Well, this past year we lost 2 great defenders, Michael Speak and Michael Mann. Which that was a big blow, but luckily we've got some great replacements back there. like Jackson Graham, Thomas Lovett. Those are two guys that have stepped up into a starting position, and they've done a great job this year. And Noah Boone and Chase Burton, two returning guys who started last year on defense, and they just work their tails off. They always have. But as far as our strong points go, our offense is definitely killer this year. We've got speed, foot skill. We can shoot from range, everything. It's great. And I think winning midfield balls and keeping control in the midfield is a big aspect of our game too.
Yeah, and that's definitely large in part to Sam Sturdivant. I know I was watching the game last night. The first one I was able to catch, and it seemed like he controlled the ball extremely well. And you guys, the percentage of playing time on you guys' side was always there for you. So that's something, too, that I know Coach Steele talks about is being able to set the tempo. And I'm watching you guys, and somebody like a Cole Grogan and Grant up top, they've been able to set the tone. So can you talk a little bit about that, your offensive players?
Yeah, that's definitely right. And usually that kind of stuff starts in midfield, like you said with Sam Sturdivant, on counterattacks from goal kicks and any 50-50 balls that we might need to win in the air or on the ground. Sam, he can usually get in there. He's a big guy, came from football. He can power through some people and win those. And then having Cole Groden and Grant Hudson up front, they've played together for a while on travel teams, so they've got great chemistry up there. They can usually work the ball around, and Cole's speed is amazing. And through balls and balls coming in from the outside, he can just run them down, beat defenders, no problem.
Absolutely. Well, before we let you go, when's your next game and the opportunity for the Wildcat fans to come check you out?
As far as our next home game, it'll be sometime next week, but our next away game, it's this Thursday at Prattville, which is always a big one for us. That's a team that we like to beat. It's a big 7A team. It proves a lot when you beat a team like that. And we got to go to their home field and play them. So it'll be tough, but we hope to pull it out.
Well, Matthew, congratulations on a good season so far, and we hope to see you guys continue to advance in the playoffs and make a deep run this year. That was Matthew Anderson of the number 2 ranked Bentonville Russell Wildcats. We'll go ahead and take another break, and when we come back, we'll have Chris Brown of the Alex City Youth Parks and Rec. More Lake Martin Sports Roundup show live from JR's right after this.
2, 1.
Welcome back to the final segment of the Sports Blitz Lake Martin Sports Roundup Show, live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill. We just had a great segment there with Matthew Anderson of the Benjamin Russell Wildcat soccer team, who currently hold the #2 ranking in the state. Right now, we want to welcome in Chris Brown of the Alex City Baseball and Softball Board to talk a little bit about what's going on here for opening weekend in Alex City. Chris, thanks for joining Lake Martin Sports Roundup.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks for having us on. Yeah,
Chris, so we'll dive right into it. Opening day, and it's definitely the most exciting time for spring sports around this area, especially on the youth side. I know you guys have some big things planned for this weekend, so you can talk a little bit about this weekend's plans for opening day.
Yeah, this year we're doing opening day a little different. We're going to actually have opening ceremonies on Friday night, which will be this Friday night, starting at 5:30. And afterwards, we'll have 2 games on each field. Game times will be 6:30 and 7:30. There'll be a DJ for entertainment along with bouncy houses for the young kids to come out and enjoy the evening here at the ballpark.
Yeah, Chris, and we just had 2 teams up here from the 3- and 4-year-old team, from the Yankees and the Marlins, and so it seems like we have a lot more participation than we've had in quite some time. So can you talk about the growth of the youth program here in Alex City?
Yes, sir, we do. Our numbers are up again this year. We've got great numbers in our younger programs in the 3- and 4-year-old, 5- and 6-year-old T-ball, which that's where it all starts. But all the way through our 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11 and 12, there's been growth in all areas of it, both in baseball and softball. And it's first time in a long time we've had multiple teams in our 11 and 12-year-old girls softball. We're really excited about that and trying to grow our softball program and get it back to where it used to be in years past.
Well, yeah, we're here with Chris Brown of the Alex City Baseball and Softball Board. And last season, you know, the youth program did extremely well on both the girls and boys side. The girls even going to a national tournament. The boys competing for state championships. I think maybe one even did win it on the younger age group. So what is happening, I guess, around this youth program that has allowed this success to happen, and what do you see happening in the future with it?
We did have a very successful year last year. We had several runner-up teams, but our 10U girls did win state and went to North Carolina to regional play and represented Alex City very well. And we got a lot of talent still in the park, and looking forward to another great year. It seems year in and year out that Alex City produces good baseball and softball players and puts them out there and represents our city well and does good in our state tournament.
Yeah, Chris, and I wanted to talk to you about this too. You know, your son now moves on to the middle school, and he's now playing in that brand of baseball. Can you talk about how the City League program and Youth League program can help somebody that is going forward, especially coming through the Alex City program?
I know from personal experience with my son, it was the difference for him was being able to play at the league level and learn and develop the fundamentals it takes to play ball. In the middle school program as a large group this year, and they're a very talented group and doing very well. I'm here at the ballpark now watching them play Valley, and they're up 2-0 in the top of the second. So, but the development stages as they come through, the fundamentals they learn, not just about the game of baseball, but how to be a part of a team and what it takes to win and lose, and being able to understand that you're not going to win every game. And when you don't lose, you got to pick yourself up, get ready for the next one. And they do a good job of that here at the youth level, keeping our kids positive and excited about playing, and that feeds on into our middle school and high school program.
Yeah, and again, when we have guests up here, the main thing that the coaches talk about is the fact that they have such great parent help. So what can you comment on about the parent help and the parent support involved in these youth programs?
It takes a lot of people to make the program run, and we have a lot of people that volunteer their time now and looking for we need some more help. We need help out of these younger groups, so these kids are just getting involved, to get their parents involved, to keep the program running. Our volunteers are the bloodline of the program. Without our coaches volunteering, team moms, board members, and maintenance crews, and everybody pulling together to make the park what it is and provide an atmosphere for the kids to have fun and enjoy the game is what it's all about. But the board meets second Tuesday of every month, 6:30 at the Tower, and first of the meeting open to anybody. Anybody that wants to be involved and be a part of the program, please come and join us. all are welcome.
Real quickly, before you let you go, Chris, can you give the rundown again of this weekend of the opening day ceremonies?
Yeah, well, Friday night we'll start at 5:30 with opening ceremonies. There'll be ball games at 6:30 and 7:30. There'll be a DJ for entertainment, some bouncy houses for the younger kids to enjoy that. And then Saturdays, baseball starts at 8 in the morning and go on to about 6 o'clock that evening. So come out and support the kids of LH City and let them know that you're behind them.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, we appreciate it. I'll let you get back to the Wildcat baseball game.
Thank you, Scott.
Absolutely. Again, that was Chris Brown of the LX City Baseball and Softball Board as they get prepared for the opening day ceremonies this weekend at the Charles E. Bailey Sportsplex. Well, we're getting ready to wrap things up here in the Lake Morton Sports Roundup show. We had a very, very busy and exciting show. We want to thank Justin Peters and Tyler Scott of the 3- and 4-year-old Marlins team for bringing his team up here, and Jade Snyder and Jerry Thornton of the Yankees. So for Randy Lee and Justin Clayton in the back, I want to say thank you for joining Lake Morton Sports Roundup. Sports Blitz with Randy and Luke is up next.